Today, for some reason, I got this question several times from my patient about pasteurized milk, dairy products in general. We've been told and we believe that we need to drink milk to have stronger bones or to be healthy. But is that really the case? So my goal here is to really educate people and empower people with nutrition. So in order for them to feel and get better with a good diet program. So let's talk about dairy products. Like I said, we've been told for decades that you need milk to have stronger bones. But when you look at the evidence, for example, that's the opposite of what happens. If you look at the countries, okay, the two countries that drink the most milk, which is Sweden and the United States, okay, the USA. And if you look at the countries that drink the less milk, it's Japan. Okay, so if you look at the rate of osteoporosis and osteopenia in those countries, these two conditions are bone problems. So we see that in Japan, where they basically don't drink milk at all, they have the strongest bone ever. Okay, they don't really have osteoporosis. It's really, really rare to see that. On the other side, the two countries, like I said, the USA and Sweden, they drink the most milk and they have the highest rates of osteoporosis. Okay, so which is contradictory of what we've been told, meaning that we've been told that if you drink a lot of milk, you will feel stronger. Okay, and that's what they recommend to women specifically, to the elderly. Drink a few glasses of milk a day, so make sure you have good, healthy bones. But as we can see, that's not the case. As a matter of fact, more milk you drink, weaker your bone becomes, because pasteurized milk, it's a dead food, and it leads to mineral imbalances. It leads to issues in the phosphorus and calcium balances in the body, meaning that it actually pulls calcium out of your bones, leading to weaker bones. So this is the first issue with milk. And there's other issues with milk as well that we need to consider. A lot of people don't realize that there's two types of milk. We have A1 and A2 milk. In some stores, you can find now A2 milk. So the difference is the type of casein that the milk contains. So A1 has a specific type of casein. Casein is a protein in the milk that sometimes people have an intolerance, okay, have issues with that protein. And A2 has another type, another version of casein. So the A1 casein is the toxic casein, is the toxic protein. It's toxic, it's harmful for the body, it's just bad for you. The A2 is the one that doesn't impact the body. Okay, and in this country, in the USA, we find mostly 99.9% of the time A1. So if you get milk at a store, or cheese at the store, or cream or butter, all those different products, it's made out of A1, okay, which contain the bad casein. And that's why a lot of people have problem with milk. They are milk and lactose intolerant or casein intolerance. Okay, and A1 milk has been linked to osteoporosis, to heart disease. It has been shown to cause heart disease in men, prostate cancer in men, or cancer in general, obesity, hormonal issues, because A1 milk may contain some hormones. It has been linked to SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. So this SID syndrome is when babies, I'm sure you've heard of that, when babies die all of a sudden in their sleep, for example. They don't really understand what's going on, but the A1 seems to be a factor contributing to that. Okay, so I do not recommend for any kids actually to drink A1 milk, or anybody, as a matter of fact. It has been shown to autism, for example, when parents switch the milk to A2, autistic kids improve. Okay, and then A1 milk has been connected to GI problem, digestive issues like gas, bloating, diarrhea. So a lot of people That's what they believe is when you have symptoms of the GI, you are intolerant to the milk. But it's not because you don't have symptoms in your gut that you don't have problem with that. For example, a lot of people drink it and they feel fine. They don't have gas or bloating or anything, but they may actually end up with cancer or heart disease and so on and so on. So at the end of the day, the best milk is the A2 milk, which you can find in some stores. If you go to the website Western Price, the westonaprice.org, you can find resources of where to find A2 milk. Typically, A2 milk is non-processed, it's non-pasteurized. That's the best way to drink milk, fresh directly from the cows. So there's no processing. Otherwise, when you process the milk, even if it's A2, if it's pasteurized, it's a dead food. There's no nutrition in the milk. There's no enzyme, for example. It's not alive. So actually, it's toxic for you. So the A2 milk is actually really beneficial. A lot of people, 99% of people who have problem with milk do really well with A2 milk, non-processed. As a matter of fact, I use A2 milk on my daughters when she was a baby. From 0 to about 4 years old, she was on A2 milk only. She had formula that contained this milk and so on and so on. So it was really healthy and she was really, really strong. She was healthy, she was never sick. So A2 milk has been shown to help with asthma, allergies, help preventing osteoporosis. It helps with hormones, for example. It helps with the gut, helps detoxing as well. It helps your liver, for example. So it's really, really healthy to drink A2 milk. So the problem we have in this country is really hard to find. Otherwise, what you find at the store is A1, it's processed, it's pasteurized. Same thing with cheese, same thing with cream, butter. All those are processed. That's why products from France, for example, or Italy, they are mostly A2 milk. So if you find cheese from France or Italy, those cheeses are much better, much healthier. And that's why over there they have hundreds of different types of cheese. And they don't have any problem with the bones. They don't have as much problem as we do because they actually use A2 milk. So if that's what you need to find. Otherwise, if you cannot find the A2 products, I don't recommend dairy products. I myself don't consume dairy products. You don't need milk. You don't need those products to be healthy. What you need to do is to optimize your diet with good, fresh food. As a matter of fact, I have this patient who came in with osteoporosis, pretty severe. She was consuming milk because that's what her doctor said, you need some milk. And her osteoporosis got worse over the years, even though she was eating, she was consuming dairy products. So what I did for her is I said, okay, let's be smart about it. Let's cut out all the dairy products, clean up the diet. We cut out the sugar, the grains. So low carb, high fat, high protein diet. And within a few years, we actually reverse osteoporosis. We reverse just by changing the diet. And we didn't even use calcium and vitamin D. We didn't even use those supplements. We changed the diet, make sure everything is good, and her bones got stronger and stronger over time. So the problem with osteoporosis is a sugar issue. So when you eat too much sugar or carbs, your body pulls out calcium from your bones because you need calcium to process sugar. So if you cut out the sugar and the carbs, your body doesn't have to pull out calcium from your bones. Okay. At the end of the day, bone problem is too much sugar, not enough protein. Okay. We all believe that we eat too much protein in this country. I see that people are protein deficient. They don't eat enough protein because of the bad diet, the processed food, bad quality protein, that you find a conventional meat and eggs. This is just bad quality. So you need to make sure you eat the grass-fed, organic, pasture-fed, et cetera, meat and eggs and so on. And that just by doing that, that patient got stronger bones over a period of a few years. And her doctor was impressed. She said, "What did you do?" Because he never saw somebody getting bad over time. Because typically what happened with bone problems, it gets worse. No matter what you do, even if you take the meds and the injection and all those, you don't improve. You have to change your diet. Okay. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.